Good afternoon, Deer Park families. This is your Superintendent Jay Phillips. We're already halfway through our awesome homecoming week this week. We've been celebrating homecoming week by dressing up in different ways at both Amity Elementary and the junior senior high school. Today I was at Amity and I saw all of our students in their best athletic gear, trying their best to look like Mrs. Fowler. It was an awesome day over there. I'm coming to you today because I have two things I want to make an announcement about. First off, tomorrow, as we continue our homecoming week and all the celebration that brings, we're having our American Heart Association game and dinner tomorrow night at the boys and girls varsity soccer game. Beginning at 4 o'clock and between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. at our junior senior high school in the cafeteria. You can support the American Heart Association by participating in our spaghetti dinner, which is provided by the Italianette. It's $10 a plate. Please feel free to bring yourself, bring your family, celebrate and help raise money for the American Heart Association, and then go outside and watch our women who start at 5 p.m. tomorrow night and our men that start at 7 p.m. Both the boys and girls soccer teams will be playing. So please come and join us for that. Secondly, we have homecoming game and our homecoming parade on Friday. The parade will start at St. John's and will travel to the junior senior high school. It'll leave St. John's at 6 p.m. So please line the streets and support your students and all the kids of Deer Park who work so hard and the staff that work so hard to make this parade a success for everyone. And then we have our football game on Friday night as well. Starts at 7 p.m. It's our homecoming game against Finneytown. I encourage everyone to come out and watch a game and celebrate and cheer on our boys football team. There are a few things though that I want to talk about. One of the reasons I'm coming to you today. There are a few guidelines we want to put in place and a few policies and things that we want to talk about very quickly, just to make sure that everyone has as enjoyable of an experience as possible with the football game, and also so that we can make it as safe as possible for everyone involved. First and foremost, seating. When our students come to the game, we want everybody to come, but when our students are at the game, we ask that our students sit in either the student section or in the bleachers with their parents. We don't want students out running around behind the bleachers, on the baseball field, in the dugouts. We don't want that. It's hard for us to keep our students safe that way. So we ask that they are sitting with the adult that they come with in the bleachers or in the student section. Secondly, supervision. Part of that is supervision, obviously. You know, at school, when we have unstructured times, whether that's changing classes, kids going to the restroom out on recess, that's when we run into the most problems. Same thing if the football games and the other events we have. When it's unstructured, when kids aren't with adults, that's when problems start to happen. So we ask that parents, adults, when you bring your kids to the game, please make sure they're supervised. Again, we want them sitting in the stands with you. And we're asking that all students that are under 9th grade, they be accompanied by adult to get into the game. So high school students, I know a lot of them drive to the game. That is fine. They can come into the game. But we're asking all students under 9th grade to be accompanied by adult in the game. Next, leaving the seats. Again, we want all of our kids to be in the stands, either cheering on our team in the student section or sitting with the adult that they came with. If they do leave the seats, it should either be to go to the restroom or the concession stand. We're asking that our kids not leave the seats to be able to just kind of hang out or walk around the stadium. Again, this is for the safety of everyone involved. Visiting students to Deer Park. When students come from the other schools, we're going to ask that they move across the field to the visiting student section. Their students should sit over there. Our students should stay on our side. They should not go over to the visiting student section. So our students will be in our student section. Visiting team students will be in their student section. Re-entry, we're asking that once you're in the game, you please don't leave and come back. So we do have a no re-entry policy. Once you leave, it's time to go. And then finally, traveling home. Again, we don't want kids hanging out forever after the games because, again, that becomes unstructured time, and that's when issues tend to arise. So students are expected to leave the property as soon as the game is complete. And, you know, obviously, if that becomes an issue, then we'll ask the student not to come back to the next game. We don't want to do that. So we ask that, you know, parents, guardians help us out in making sure that when the game's over, our kids are leaving safely and they're headed home with you. Again, we're doing all this so that we make sure that everyone that comes to the game has an enjoyable experience, everyone is safe and gets home safely as well. And then we'll be wrapping up our homecoming week with our homecoming dance on Saturday night here at Deer Park Junior Senior High School. So all of our high school students are invited to the dance. Obviously, we've been selling tickets all week. And so if you don't have your tickets, please make sure you get those so you can attend the dance on Saturday night. And one last thing, next week we are having conferences. Everybody should know next Thursday, Friday, September 28th and 29th, we have conferences at both Amity Elementary and the junior senior high school. If you have not signed up for conferences yet, please do so. The links to sign up were in our Amity Minute and our Wildcat Weekly for the junior senior high school. You can also call your school's office. They will help you sign up for conferences if you have not done that. We can do conferences in person or virtually, whatever is best for you. So please make sure you do that as well. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. I look forward to seeing everyone at the parade and or football game on Friday night, if not sooner, if I see you at the soccer game tomorrow, Thursday, for the AHA fundraiser. Thank you and have a great week. Go Wildcats.